I just want to say, wow, we cousins, wow, wasn't that amazing? Like literally everything that we've asked pretty much got answered. So for those that are still watching and tuning in, if you didn't get all the answers from last week, the answers were here today. Definitely, I'm sure everyone would agree this is a big move and it's exciting. We can all dream it. And I love the way that it makes it affordable for whānau, especially whānau that, you know, are struggling. Yay, cousin Te Puere, yay. So that's just me. I'm going to turi now. Kia ora.
How about you, Te Puere? What did you find and what can you possibly send and talk to your whānau about what was spoken last night or tonight?
I'm just blown away with all the knowledge and the skills and experience that all our speakers have to offer our whanaunga. So at the moment, I'm just absorbing everything, and I can't wait to tell the nannies and the aunties and the uncles and the cousins, hey, look, we have a future for our future generations. And here it is. But yeah, at the moment, I'm just absorbing everything at the moment.
Hello, my baby sister.
Are you one of Uncle Baz's babies?
Oh, my mum's Tia Huia.
Yeah.
There you go.
I was only just talking about, but
And we need a contact for her whānau.
After Auntie Tia or Uncle Ken or
Yeah.
So I just went with Uncle Baz. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you. Named after Nanny Mamai.
Yeah. Oh, kia ora, yeah.
Kia ora.
Oh, tēnei te mihi ki a koe, Pepuera. Ai, ka mohi au tō māma, tō motua keke, tō nana, ai, e takoto ia ki te kohanga. Nera.
Kao. I'm not very, I can't speak the reo, but I can only understand a little bit. When Nana Mamai passed away, it kind of went with her. And then I went on, went to the Pākehā universities and got all sorts of degrees.
Aroha mai.
Yeah.
Aroha mai.
But my background is nursing, mental health. I'm a registered mental health nurse. And I did a bit of postgrad in management studies at the uni with Ngā Waihono. Yeah.
Who's that?
Who would that be?
Oh, ka pai. So your mum is Tia and your uncle's Baz.
Oh
yeah, that's the one.
I
painted your. Oh yeah, I painted your nana's whare when she was at the end of Frost Road, Tikohanga, underneath that tree in the paddock. It used to be a bright orange colour.
Yeah, well, I got some photos too. Wow.
So what is she to Martin in them?
Whanaunga, I think.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that's my mum's uncle.
Oh, ka pai. No reira. Tēnei te mihi ki a koe te whanaunga. We're just having a bit of a kōrero me mai hoa rangatira here. And yeah, just blown away. Like I think all of the speakers or all of our guests that came on presented themselves really well, quite informatively in terms of the expertise and knowledge that they have in terms of, you know, building and all of the other wraparound services and stuff like that. So they obviously all have great networking and communication skills and everything like that. Even our rangatira Ruben, I was thinking like if for me, for my whakaaro, just my whakaaro only, looking long term, like if I won lotto, I think I'd build a whare uku. For me, that would be the better option. Whether that's feasible for me at this moment in time, like he's going to give a 61-year-old a loan, but hioi anō, he moi mātou o mātou whare hu. Ai, Arawai. Kia ora tātou.
Kia ora, Trevor. Mamai.
Can I go to bed now? I'm tired.
No. Not quite yet. Hi, Kiri.
Can we let our niece Ngariwa introduce herself, please? She's a tohe. She has every right to be here, just out of respect. And it'll be great if she can introduce herself to the whānau, because we all whānau, I think we're just better together. And so we know who we are in this chat. Ngā mihi, just being respectful. Kia ora.
Kia ora whānau. My name is Manuhiri Whatumanawa. My grandfather is Joseph Tuhi. My nana is Millie Tuhi. I was just jumping onto this messenger and seeing what you want to do and everything. Right now I'm just trying to, claim my papa's shares, as nobody else wants to jump on board with his shares. My whānau don't want to know about it actually. So he has asked me, when he was here, he has asked me if I could take over, and yeah, I'm just still in the process on doing that. I'm still trying to learn around all these things and everything. I'm reading about the Māori lands, and yeah, it's nice to
right.
get in here and know what's happening as well. And just letting my whānau, even though they don't want to know, it's just me and my mum actually, but I'm trying to get my uncles on board as well. Yeah. So thank you, whānau, for putting me in the group and just updating on everything. It's nice to see. So yeah, thank you.
Mamai.
We've actually got whānau on here that'll help you with the Māori land court and stuff like that, so you are able to succeed. So anything, just throw it into the group, and the ones that know that one will jump on it for you, so they can guide you how to help you too.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you.
Kitty being one. Yeah.
Say hi.
Another great thing too as well, oh, cute. So Ngariwa, another tool you can use. We're very fortunate in our whānau, and in our hapu we have land lawyer. He is your uncle, so that's Pai Ahu. Definitely please connect with him. He'll be willing to help you out. So that's the cool thing about our whānau. We all have, which is really cool. So no one gets left behind. I don't know if you've got the chance to see tonight's meeting, which I'm sure like everyone tonight will agree, totally blown away. Making sure that it is accessible for all whānau, and that make that dream come true to be able to actually have our papa kāinga. So it looks realistic to us, and it's turnkey. Who does not want turnkey, right? You know what I mean? And especially given the time, they've even said, anything between 6 weeks to a year, that's what it's looking like. So I'm only speaking on behalf, just remember whānau, I'm only speaking from my whānau perspective. I am not here as board, okay? Just whānau, because as you probably all know, my parents were kaumātua. They said, oh, we should have been there yesterday. So we took them back home. And that way, as you know, my old man, because he has dementia, he wants to come home and live with his whānau. So that's the goal, to see him there, because he is kaumātua haere, and just to be amongst whānau. So that way, when he goes to ki toa, you can all be his cops. Kia ora.
Yeah.
I don't mind. He loves me.
Me first.
I'm sure you're all his favourite. I wouldn't doubt that at all.
Yeah, no, we're just so blessed to know that you're on board and that, you know, you're going for succession of your papa's land, even if your uncles and aunties are going, oh, we can't be bothered. And that's because there's a lot of mamai that's been around the whenua. But we've made a collective decision that no matter what's gone down, and, you know, I can speak from my generation and stuff, that we've had enough. We don't want the Pākehā taking out any more of our land. It's time that we actually came back to our whenua, healed ourselves on the whenua, healed ourselves on our lakes and our rivers and our streams. And, you know, we've been so downtrodden that we actually forgot that we were landowners. We forgot who we were because colonisation took place, and colonisation also punished our parents for speaking the reo. But we've made a decision. It doesn't matter if you don't know the reo. Oh, look, here's our uncle. Hey, Uncle Vic.
Hey, Uncle Vic, it's me.
So kia ora.
Kia ora.
Got it. How are you?
Mamai.
I'm fine. I'm good.
You look handsome today.
Hey.
You look
You
handsome
look
today.
handsome
Oh,
today.
yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Hello, Papa. That's me, e
Hello.
pipere. I'm a bit bigger now. I gotta go like this.
That's tears.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
I got to tell you, I'm the oldest ahu now. I'm 77.
No, you're
Oh,
nearly.
you're
I'm
79.
nearly 80. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. We must come to visit you one day.
Yeah. When you win the lotto, come visit me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, then.
That's it.
Yeah. And that's what it's going to be about. You're going to have your karawa around. You know, that's our envision, that our whānau's around, able to tautoko everyone, you know, whether you're working or you're not working, because we've, before we started, we were given a little bit of kōrero about those of us that went to the tiny home shows and what we'd actually seen. I think it might be a good idea if we just, Trevor, you gave a quick brief over what you found at the tiny homes. Now that we've got people in Nahirawa, I can't see. Nahirawa.
Kia ora tātou. Oi. Tēnei te mihi ki te whanaunga ngā hiwa tohe. I know your mum and your mum and your dad, your uncles. E mihi ana ki a koe. Tiny home show. Yeah. Some amazing homes that were on display. Some big and some not so big, but it's obviously all about having something that's small. Probably there's a couple of things that I sort of spent a bit more time on was the whare paku, whare iti, and the different options that you had around there. Also with the solar panels. So sustainability is probably a big thing for myself anyway. Being off the grid, hopefully living off the grid where we don't need to be paying power bills and water and all that sort of stuff. So having a bit more thought in terms of the waste that we provide, what actually happens to it, where does it go, and are we sustainably living? So that's the sort of space that I've been sort of like trying to look at anyway with those. But amazing show, and and then coming and having this hui tonight, and listening to these amazing people who have provided their information and what they do and the expertise that they bring. It's probably been a pretty amazing weekend, really, in terms of whare hau, and that sort of thing. So it's still buzzing out, I guess you could say. And I'll just probably leave that there. I'm probably wasting time. Kia ora.
Kitty's on urine for her parents. So Kitty and I also went to the tiny homes as well, and we spoke with quite a few different vendors that were available. Going like Trevor, we wanted to make sure, the whareati is really important. And we were also looking at stores that sold off-grid equipment, like we made contact with a particular distributor, and they just distribute things that run on gas, as well as running on once you've converted from the solar power. And one of the things that he said to us is, oh, by the way, we're actually registered with WINS. We don't do Afterpay. We keep getting asked if we do Afterpay. He says we don't. We're WINS approved. So if any of your whānau need anything, they just need to talk to their case manager after they've seen us, and there you go, then they pay it all back. So that's an option when whānau are starting to look at what they're actually going to put in their whare. These different things. So today was pretty good. So best thing for me out of that was the medical beds. So I do know that I'll be spending quite a bit of money, but also negotiating with ACC to pay some of the cost of a bed for me, because for the last 4 years I've slept in a chair because of an injury. So so here we go, here we come. We're gonna have some fun in the sun with these tiny homes. All yours, Kitty.
Kia ora koutou. So for Tiny Homes Expo, I think my highlight was those wharepakus, man. That was next level, man. Far, just like knowing that it's sustainable and it can be part of a sustainability plan as well. So that was really, really cool. And learning about the two. I think the other big two as well is when they had, what was those ladies that we were talking to that does like is it not part of the infrastructure? What is
Irrigation.
Irrigation. That's if it was needed, whānau. That was if it's needed. But those wharepaku, obviously, I don't know if we're needed at all when it comes to that, because you do your 1s and 2s. Hey, it's human, and we all do it at some point. But basically, it just fries it up, crystallizes it, and you can put it back in the garden and part of our mara. So I even hear our whānau want the what is it? What did they want for the garden? grow their own, so have the garden grant. So if we can possibly do that, because I know we want to be off the grid and still surviving and succeeding in that area. So that's the idea there. Kaumātuas, flats, and also they wanted to incorporate a playground for our mokopuna, our tamariki mā, so they can play on, hang out with their cousins, you know, that whakawhanaungatanga. We all been there when we were kids, played with our cousins. So that's cool. So if we can try and incorporate that. But I think my biggest question would be is, you know, we've had our moemoeā, and we want solar as well, which is cool. I think my biggest question would be to Pepereta and also Ngā Hirawa, what are your dreams in terms of papakainga? What do you envision yourself to have? Because obviously tonight, like, you know, man, it just made it like feel like we can do anything after tonight's session. So I think that's really important that we get to hear what your desires are, because every other whānau member has said, oh, this is what we want, but you are just as important that we can add you to that plan. So ka tia hau, kia ora, and huri atu kia kōroma.
My envisions and the land down there is just to have a comfortability for the whānau and having somewhere safe for our kids as well, you know, and really I just want to have somewhere where we can actually call home and be forever, you know, where our kids don't have to struggle and to going out and getting their own homes and struggling through that, you know, as we struggle sometimes with our own bills, and that's what I actually see in the future, is our whānau coming together and just being a little tiny village and helping each other out wherever we can. Yeah, and I haven't really looked into much of it yet, but that's just actually for a safe place for my little family and my whānau, whoever wants to jump on board from our side. Yeah. But it's good to know that I can actually just say something, because I've been talking a lot. When my papa was here, we were talking a lot on like what he wanted to do, and his dreams were just to have that home there for our whānau and not having to be lost, you know, as well as teaching my kids their whakapapa back to the land as well. And that's what I need to try and get myself on, actually, is to learn my whakapapa of my kids and where they come from. And yeah, I haven't really, but yeah, a safe place and just calling somewhere home.
Ngā mihi. Kiri.
I think my big question would be, Ngā Hirawa, is like, how many bedrooms do you envision? Like, is it a 1-story, 2-story home for you and your tamariki? Like, realistically, what is it that you need for a safe home to look like for you and your whānau?
Not a 2-story, just a 1-level home with maybe 4 bedrooms or so, you know, because I'm actually in a 4-bedroom at the moment, and we're comfortable how it is now. So yeah, nothing big, nothing fancy, just all, you know, all the stuff, like all, what is it called, necessities, you know, in a home. Yeah.
Pepereta?
Kia ora. So I liked what our previous speaker, Tony, I think she said, about hauora, how she uses that sort of perspective to build her whānau's dreams in homes. And what I envision is having somewhere safe for our kaumata, and then later on, then for the whānau, but starting with our kaumata first, and having a clinic so that they're looked after, so they don't have to go to the homes. We can do it there. All about self-economy, bringing that sovereignty back. I mean, you know, building on our already sovereignty that we have. Taking care of our kaumātua, but having that clinic there on site just makes things more, it's just safer, somewhere safe for our kaumātua to be. Having a whare wānanga where we can hui together and have somewhere communal to all come together and have a safe space to share our future aspirations for the whenua, and just build on top of that really with the wider community and hapu, because our people's been through so much, and this is going to be more than building homes. It's going to be a recovery process for our people, and I just want to be a part of that. But yeah, take care of our kaumātua first. That's what I really want to do first and foremost. And then everything else I see falling into place after that. Yeah. Kia ora.
Anyone else want to add to that? I just want to mihi to both of you who have come along tonight and told us of your aspirations that you want for your whānau, and, you know, welcome. No mai haere mai, because we can only do so much because we're only a few people. So our expectation is that you're going to take all this information back to your wider whānau. And yes, some of them won't agree with it at the moment, and that's because they've heard it all before and nothing's ever been done. So they're a bit nervous about putting their hopes and aspirations into our hands, and we understand that. So we're just standing in the gap for them and getting it moving, and we know that once this thing is rolling, everyone will jump on board, and that's okay. We will try and put as many houses buddies as we can on the whenua, and yeah, we do. We want to start with our kaumātua and our kuia, because it's their birthright to come back and be on the whare, and on the whenua, sorry. And yeah, you know, you just opened up my mind even more. People ready for the clinic, and it's just like, yeah, we do need something like that. And it's like, yeah, we do need a central point that isn't the marae, you know. So my whakaaro, because we're already talking about the whareoku, was that, hey, whareoku take time, especially when you don't have time. But if, you know, could be that's what we build our hapore whare out of, is a whareoku, you know, something that's sustainable to the whenua and that everyone's actually participated in. So it might not be done straight away, but if everyone has a turn at doing it when they taught the right process, it means that everyone can say, yep, look, there's my handprints. I helped build that. My nanny told me to put my hands over there. And look, I'm way up here now. And it's just that sense of community. And we really, really need that. And we really need someone who can be the spokesperson or the loudest to get through to their whānau, to bring them on board, because we understand whānau are going to drop off this page because they don't understand what we're doing. But we know that what we're doing is right. It's the right time. The resources are all available, and there's people available to do the mahi who have the skills. which we didn't have 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. And so we meet every Sunday night currently, at the moment, until things change. We, from 7 to 8 o'clock, it's on the same Zoom link. I realised what was wrong, why people couldn't get in. But we meet just for 1 hour, and that's it, because we're aware that everyone's got whānau that they need to be with, and we want to be efficient with our time. We only went longer tonight simply because we had the manuhiri here to actually kōrero with us, because that's what the whānau asked. You know, we're going out there and we're finding these people, so it's a bit disappointing when the whānau don't turn up. But that's okay. Everyone's busy. We pay for this Zoom, and so that means that we're able to upload it straight away, you know, so that if anything happens, we have the records saying that we actually did all of these different things way further down the track. But we are transparent, and that's what this is all about. This is about getting everyone on the ground as quickly as possible, to be in whare as quickly as possible for some. And like Tony was saying, you know, they quoted 20 houses, but they only put 10 up at that stage. And that's the kind of things that we want to be doing as well. We want to know what numbers are, that we might not use it, but we'll make sure that land is available for the next ones that come through, so that we're always consistently providing whare, using houses, whenua. Did I miss out something, Kiri?
Just want to get quick feedback, like what we're, you know, in that last session that we just had. If anyone peeped it, what was your highlight? It's important that we do get your feedback, because we don't know what you're saying. That's why we need to communicate as part of it, and that's why we're only facilitators. Okay, we don't run this thing. You guys do. Okay, you guys own this. All right, it's all yours. So we just want to make that very clear. Okay. Because it's going to hand down one day to Pupuere and Ngā Hirawa. You're going to be running this one day for the future, not us. Okay, it's realistic. That's how our whānau work. We share the task. We always have as a whānau, even in the kitchen and in the front of the marae too. So you can't say that never happened, kare, but it is what it is. But I just want to ask, what were our highlights of tonight? And if you didn't catch it, that's okay. You can look back, and the link will be dropped later on. You can show that to the rest of your whānau, as it's going on YouTube, and it's only shared to our group only, okay? Because we want to only keep it between us, okay? That's how it is. Just be respectful, because there are some decisions and things that people have said. So I just thought, what is your highlight? For me tonight, coming from a perspective, looking at Tony as well, she was awesome. I love that turnkey kind of thing. From beginning to the end, you know, she knew what she was talking about. And so my parents are ready, like, let's go. They want to move out like yesterday.
Last week.
So, yeah, last week. So that's definitely my highlight, whānau, and knowing that the affordability is available, but obviously it's got to come to a consensus where the rest of our whānau want to agree. But I know definitely for sure my family, because my mum, me and my mum, we come from a real estate background, and so we understand when it comes to something like that and whānau want things done, and my mum's one of those ones, you know, from the East Coast, no muck around, get it done. So she'll be like that one, yeah. So I'm just saying, just in general, she may change her mind, but I know what my mum's like, and it definitely would be that. So that's my highlight on listening to those kōrero. And every other speaker, I must say, they were excellent. I'm not going to lie. They knocked it out of the park. They asked every question that we were answering, that we wanted to know last week, and moving on into the future as well, so that we can carry it on. And we never know, we might end up, you know, helping out the rest of the other whānau and our other blocks that we belong to help the rest of the whānau. So that's just my thing. Kia ora koutou katoa. Highlights going around. Kia ora.
What I have a lot of highlights, but I liked when they talked about the relationships in our in our communication with our whānau to bring them together, because there can be a lot of disagreements and yeah, so yeah, that was a highlight for me. Yeah, just those relationships, and also the different experts that's needed, the different expertise that's needed, like engineers, architects, um, electricians, all those different. I don't. It's just mind blowing. That's why I'm still taking it all in. Um, what else? There was so much. Um, creating generational wealth. So re-establishing um, our Maori economy, starting small. Yeah, yep. Kia ora.
Yeah, there was a lot of good shit in tonight's interviews because we were interviewing them. But we just got to remember that at the moment, the one thing I did hear was how Tony said non-profitable. And then even with Shane, how I've forgotten what he said. I'm too tired. But we got to remember that we've got a long way to go first, because we've got to be able to get in front of the trust with our plans. And we are still fighting and disagreeing with whānau, because we're still not learning to agree to disagree. Or it can be rough. It's really rough. But yeah, can't remember what Shane said, but that's me.
Trevor.
Kia ora tātou. Yes, as I said before, all our presenters did really well in sharing with us what they do. I was probably more towards Ruben Taupari and his whare uku. That sort of sat with me quite nicely in terms of the harsh huarere that's up north, that they have to deal with, I guess, and it's probably similar down these ways with our Waikato, our Waikato-ness in terms of the weather. So the whare uku sort of struck a bit of a niche with me, and with the 70%, a lot cheaper than a normal build home. But you know, all the presenters did really well. They all had their that was pretty well much for me. Anyway, whānau. Kia ora.
Yeah, I must say, Ruben, I liked what he had to say, but at the same time, I was realistic with myself and what I could contribute. So if I was many years younger, I would go for a whare uku, but it's a bit too much for me to do realistically, and so I know where I need to go. But then, because we're at the show, I know how we can actually still make sure that we can actually get to a really good quality of a whare in that way. If we don't have any more questions or kōrero, we can call it a night, and we'll meet again next Sunday. Yeah, next Sunday. It's the following Sunday. That is the hikoi. If you live close, Labour weekend, it's 2 weekends away, eh? Yeah. So we will put this out. I'll try and get the videos out as quickly as possible, and we'll give the whānau time till the Monday of the Labour weekend to come back with any feedback before we make a decision. So those people we were looking to interview, who does what, where and how, and that's what we said to them. We knew. We don't really know anything. We just know we have this vision of what we want to do. Please help. And they put up the hand and said, yes, we can help. Also, once finished, is put up the PowerPoint that Sharon Associates was going to give tonight, but they had to go to a whānau tangihanga. And I will also put up the pictures from Civil Plan because they were prior engagements with the kōrero about the different aspects of the whenua. Yes, Kiri.
Where will we find them? Will they be in our chat group, or will they be in our whānau group on Facebook?
They will be in the Facebook page, but while we don't have everyone in the Facebook page as yet, and that's what we're trying to transition everyone to. So if you know the whānau, encourage them to join the whānau Facebook page, simply because it's easier to store the information and we don't have to constantly go round and round to find or pin the information available. So yeah, at this stage, as per usual, all videos are put up in our YouTube page as well, but this will be our first time of actually putting them into the Facebook page, and it's just a matter of getting used to those habits. So yes, everything will be, if it's been recorded, on the YouTube channel or in the Facebook group, but also in the Messenger at the moment. I'd like to see us have phased out the Messenger group by end of November, early December, simply because it's too many pages to try and be responsible for at the same time, and we want to keep it reasonably tidy. So like I said, if you can, even if you're the spokesperson, maybe just at the moment, if we can make sure that you're connected to the Facebook page, and then that way you can, within your own page, you can share it from there, kind of thing, if that's okay. If it's not a good idea, well, Kate's Pie will try and figure something out to get your whānau involved. But we do appreciate you turning up to be here, to consider what we want to do with this first pilot block of whangamarino, because it is the whānau block, if you whakapapa back to it, and everyone has a right to live on the whenua, but we just have to learn how to live on the whenua. It's not like when you go to the Pākehās and you just get a piece of land and that's it. There's many shareholders, and it's an understanding and learning about how to live as a hapori again. We used to do it, and then we got isolated. But
Yep. Okay.
hey,
Okay.
karakia.
That's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Karakia.
How do I meet Mama again?
She's tired. She's been up. Right.
Yes, I know. One or two minutes. On the weekend, do we have a day on which we were looking to go? Was it the Monday? Mama?
Any day you wanted to. But yeah, we're going on the Monday.
Okay, kapai. Okay, then, kapai. Okay. E karakia whakamutunga e tēnei mā. Kei no tātou. Kia tātou katoa. Te ata whātua tātou ariki a iu karati. Me te aroha o te atua, e te whiwhinga tahitanga, ki te wairua tapu, ake. Āmine.
Ai, kumare koutou. For real this time.
Pōmare ma mai. Hare ku i te moira. Pōmare whānau.
Pomare.